All right. Think we're back on. Control room. All right.
Leave it to me to kill the moment. Oh, I killed his live. My bad, Aaron. That sucks.
Game.
All right. We're back, Rod.
Am I still involved in this?
Yes, ma'am. We
Okay.
hear you right now.
But this is Mark's first time joining a live feed.
Oh,
So
hi, Mark. How you doing? All right. So we got Rod from Rants About Tech, and he's going to talk to us about the Kindle Scribe. All right, Rod, you're up. How you doing today?
uh-oh.
Oh, can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
So I can hear him. Can you hear me?
You went through all that, now he can't hear you?
I did go through all of that, and now he can't hear me.
Hi, Christina. Good Lord. Is it one thing?
Rod, can you hear me?
Oh,
Nope.
oh,
Can you hear me, Rod? I can hear you.
This is
oh,
crazy.
oh. Hold up.
It is. This is what happens when you go live. Anything bad can happen.
Hear you. Can you hear me?
Why can't I hear him? Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Christina said she didn't hear Rod either. We're working at the kinks, ladies and gents.
Can you hear me now? All right, what about now?
I hear you now. You hear me?
You hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Oh, if you can hear me, I can hear you. Everyone should hear us.
Yeah,
Except
we're
me.
good. That was partially my fault. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't realize I had to have this software on for when I was just doing regular stuff. Software that I just use with OBS. So
Oh,
yeah,
it's
I had to
okay.
turn it on. My bad.
Oh no, it's okay. I barely know what I'm doing. So the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft, how is it? You unboxed it. Are you as disappointed as you thought you would be?
Nah, I'm not. I'm not disappointed in it at all. Um, for me, let me turn this off right here. All right. So for me, it's like it's it's the it's the remarkable of the Kaleido world, in my opinion.
When you say the remarkable of the Kaleido world, is it what do you mean by that? Is it like the best color screen or
Well, it is the best Kaleido. If this is Kaleido 3, it's the best Kaleido 3 I've ever seen. I do not think it's Kaleido 3 though. I mean, it's if it is Kaleido 3, they're doing something with it that to make it do better because and matter of fact, this is something I wanted to ask you because you have the scribe and you're in the scribe world. How do you is there a way to initiate an auto refresh on the scribe? Like, because on the remarkable you can't.
I don't think you can either because I've never had to even try to do an auto refresh on the scribe.
You'll
It
want
just
to
goes away.
on this. You'll want to definitely do an auto refresh with this one for sure. And there's no way to do it like on the remarkable, right? So you're at the mercy of how the system handles the refresh. Now, the interesting thing is, and I don't know how remarkable handles this because they don't do color and they don't allow you to do motion of any kind. Remarkable is all kind of like you're flipping from page to page and not it's not really doing motion. This because it has a browser in it, you can you know yeah, it has a browser. So you can go on the internet and go to news sites and browse Google News if you want to. You know what I mean? The problem with that is that there's no way to change the refresh rates. So you're at the mercy of the highest refresh setting. I forgot what the name of that refresh setting that you use when you want the highest visual quality on the e-ink device. What is that called? You remember what that's called? Because I checked my devices recently and I couldn't even find it anymore.
It's not that vibrant mode, is it?
Nah, it's like a way that it makes the images look as sharp. It causes a refresh every time you enable it, but it's a mode that's the highest quality mode on e-ink devices. I forgot what they call it, and like I said, they've done away with it. But anyway, whatever the highest quality mode on e-ink is, they're using that mode 100% of the time. So things are not going to be smooth, just like the remarkable. There's excessive flashing like the remarkable on here. Yeah, not when you're writing, but there's excessive flashing when you're using images because they're always trying to get the best image. And I think that's the reason why images look so good on here. Bro, the images look so good on here. It's it's not like any ink I've ever seen.
Is it a lot of ghosting?
Yes. Yes.
It's a lot
There's,
of
there's
ghosting,
lots of
but you
ghosting.
don't have the option to auto refresh it, and you don't have any different
No.
settings for that, right?
No. No. You can't. There's nothing for that specifically. Um and what's interesting about that is how good it looks. I've been looking at color E for a long time, and I've never seen shadows look as crisp as shadows look on this device. Like usually when you get to really dark colors in pictures and images, especially on color devices, things go crazy in the shadows. And at the other end of the spectrum in the highlights, things go crazy in the highlights. None of that here. Like it's dude, I mean, it's reaching picture quality. People be like, "Oh, ink, or ink will never be able to produce this level of." Well, Amazon is squeezing something out of Kaleido that I've never seen, and because the images look super pristine and crisp, and you could fool somebody into thinking that this was a different technology based on how the pictures look. Man, I mean, just that good. I'm putting the video out Monday, so you'll be able to see it in 4K. No games. It looks incredible, man.
So there's a guy who put a video out today about his color scribe Kindlesoft, whatever it's called. It's too much. And he never showed the thing. He just showed himself writing. He never showed the actual device. But
Oh wow.
yeah, and it was weird to me. But I did this. What he did flash up was like the workspace, and that looked super clear. So how does the workspace look for you, or how do you feel about that new workspace they added?
So the new the I've never used a scribe before, so all of this is new to me. But I realized how they're doing it, right? So they have a home, a library, the workspace, and then they have a more thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the way it looks like to me is like when you and that's at the bottom here, right? So at the bottom here, you have some options that you can pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And um those options are home, which takes you to your home screen, which basically shows you a quick note option. Right beside that, you have an option. What is on here? Right beside that, you have an option for things that you did recently. So your recents. So you got your recents are over here.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, so your recents are over there. And I'm slowly learning how to use this thing. So your recents will be kind of over here, and this is like a quick note area right here, and then below here is like your library and stuff. And then of course at the bottom you got your options for home, library, workspace, and more. So home is like your home screen. Library is obviously like your library, like most other tablets have a library that you get into your documents and your books and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Workspace is the notes app. I'm assuming that's what they basically the notes app. And then more is like an app drawer, but not a app drawer. It's like other apps. So when you go to more, you get your list, which is a list of things you've added to your Kindle list. You
Right.
get Goodreads shelves, which is things you've added to Goodreads, and then you get a web browser option in this more list.
Oh.
And then you get your settings option right below the web browser, and then a legal option right below that. So um, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So
See the
I'm
other scribe, it was just this. This was your homepage,
okay.
and
Yes.
the
So
only way to navigate
now
to
at the
your
top of that
notebook.
homepage, yep.
And then this was like your notebook, and that's it. And there was no way to access other notebooks quickly outside of going all the way back out.
Okay, so yeah, there's now you have a way to do that. You can add things to like a quick list as well. Um, and the most recent document that you opened is now represented right in the middle of the device. So right down at the bottom, at the middle bottom right here, whatever item you open last will be right there to jump right back into. That's kind of cool too. I like that. As far as the workspace go, the notes app. So you know what I did? This is the most ingenious use of color on these ink devices I've ever seen right here. I made me smile looking at this. So if you don't know what this is a yellow legal pad.
They have a
Yeah.
legal pad template.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited.
And it's yellow, bro.
I'm excited now.
And it looks yellow. It's not like the nasty yellow you normally see on Kaleido displays, because Kaleido has a really hard time producing really good yellows. This is it looks yellow. It looks good, man. I couldn't do anything but smile when I saw that, bro.
So I know you just got it today. You probably just opened it up a little while ago. Have you used it? I'm sure you probably wrote a couple of notes. How do you feel about the writing feel and things like that? And how does that compare to some other tablets?
So, um, first off, it's a glass surface, right? They call it molded glass. Now, I assumed it would feel like the Remarkable displays feel, because they feel like glass. I assumed it would feel like the tab devices from Onyx, the books tab devices, because they feel like glass. They don't have a writing surface on those either,
Hmm.
but it's not that way. Um, it it When I write on ceramic on those devices with glass screens, it sounds like I'm writing on glass. It feels like I'm writing on glass. I don't get any friction, any of that.
Hmm.
When I write on this, it don't feel like I'm writing on glass. It don't sound like I'm writing on glass, and I get some friction. I'm not sure what they're doing here. I'm really puzzled. I'm going to have to do a deep dive into what they did to create this particular screen, because I use ceramic on it and it feels so good. I got friction. It feels soft. It doesn't feel hard like glass, you know? Um
So, but it worked though
yeah,
because the
man.
ceramic you're using is from the Lamy. It's not from the Heart of Metal, right?
No, I was using this right here on it. This is the Vista, the Lamy Vista from Supernote.
Wow. See, the Heart of Metal and
So
the Viwood C1, they don't work on the Scribe. So the Viwood's pen doesn't work on the Scribe. Period.
no, the Viwood's pen don't work on this scribe either. The Viwood's pen don't work on it. The Heart of Metal doesn't work on it. I'm just talking about how it feels.
Oh, okay,
They
okay.
don't work. Yeah. Now I've tried them to see how the screen feels, because it's glass, and I assume ceramic would not feel good, but it does. It's weird, but you wouldn't be able to use it on here anyway because none of those pens work. The only pen that I have that worked on here, other than the pen that came with it, was the Remarkable 2 pen.
Mm. So your Lammies don't
Yeah.
even work?
Nope. The Lammies don't work. The Viwoods don't work. The Note Air 5C pen don't work. None of the books pens I have work.
Oh, that's something new because see, the Lammy works great on the first and second gen. Mm.
Yeah, nope. Lammies don't work on this one, bro.
How is the pen? Well, the old pen's supposed to work. So the old
Oh,
the
no. I'm sorry. Whoa.
because I was
Chill
gonna say because
out.
the
They
old
do
ones
work
work.
on here. They do work on here. Oh, ceramic for the win.
So how does your crystal nib feel on that one? Does it feel better than the what the Heart of Metal would have?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Let me see how it sounds. Hold on. Oh my God, man, it does feel good. I don't know if it feels better than the Heart of Metal, or I'll have to do some more testing with it. But it feels good. Like I said, I'm just surprised it doesn't sound and feel like crap, because it's just, from what I understand, glass that's just been treated.
But
So
isn't the AI paper mini a glass screen and the ceramic? It's almost how you describing it on the Kindle Scribe. That's how it is on the AI paper mini.
that's interesting. I haven't tried the mini, but that's interesting. Yeah, so I'm looking to test it more on here. I'm gonna do some more testing on it and seeing if it's scratching it, because that's what I want to do. I'm gonna go to an area on here that I don't feel bad, like the borders, and see what it does to the borders. To see if it's scratching it. You know. Um, but man, it feels good. I'm gonna test it. We'll see. But as far as the writing experience goes, I gotta tell you, I don't like their tools for writing, bro. Like, I tried the fountain pen. I even mentioned you in your recommendation in the video I just made. um talking about this. You know what it feels like and looks like to me, and I mentioned this as well. It feels like and looks like how Penstar and Viwood started out with their tools. Eventually, Penstar and Viwood's like combed out or ironed out the rough edges of their writing software, and both of them have phenomenal software now. I expect the same exact thing to happen here because right now it's not as polished. The writing, the way it looks and the way your writing comes across on screen as some other devices. Like I said, it reminds me of how Penstar and Viwood started out. They both started the same way.
I'm assuming we're going to get some software updates within the next couple of months. I don't see
Oh
them
yeah.
putting this much money into the hardware and not giving us even more with software as they progress.
Oh, and let me tell you this, bro. I was concerned about whether they could match Remarkable in the hardware. Yes, they can. They've matched Remarkable in the build quality and the hardware of this thing right here. When you get it in your hand and you're looking at it, you forget that you're holding an e-ink device because you don't have that chin, you don't have that spine, you don't have the asymmetrical borders. You got thin. For e-ink, you got thin borders. And symmetrical. Um, and look and this is this made me laugh so much, man. You know how much I've been talking about the Note Air 5C and that piece of trash pen they got that doesn't have a real good magnet and it hits the buttons and the button placement is just bad. And we
Yeah.
had that whole conversation about the bad and not good. Well, check this. This is how you're supposed to do it, bro. They have a volume. They have a power button on the side. This could have easily been power buttons, right? But right below that button, there's a long strip that goes from here, right below the button, to about right here. It's letting you know where to put the pin. And not only is it the perfect spot for the pin because it snaps to the device right below the button so it doesn't interfere with the button at all, but check this out.
I saw that. I saw that on their release day when they had the little Amazon thing. People were
Mm-hmm.
walking around holding it by the styli.
Dude, I had no idea. I'm like,
It's remarkable with like a custom Kaleido 3 screen. That's what it is.
it's gotta be because and I think what's going to ultimately come out about this. I'm gonna do my deep dive on this, but I wholeheartedly expect to find that what they did was the same exact trade off, or the trade offs they made for this screen is the same exact trade offs that Remarkable is making with that gallery display. Remarkable's trade off is we get the best colors in e-ink, but we got the worst flashing in e-ink. Amazon, to me, has made the trade off to say we are going to have the worst refresh rate in Kaleido. For any Kaleido technology, we're going to have the worst refresh rate, but we're going to have the best visuals.
Mm.
Period. That's the trade off they're making here because they have the best visuals in Kaleido. Nobody in Kaleido is touching them. I would, to be honest with you, I would go so far, and I wouldn't give Kaleido this credit if not had I not seen this. I would go so far as to say that what they're doing here on this screen puts this screen above what Gallery is capable of doing as far as color reproduction. Not if not above, at least on par with it. Because I'm telling you, there's browns on here. You know what I mean? Like you can discern a brown on here. I've never seen a Kaleido screen that you can discern brown. You get yellow on here. They have a whole notepad of yellow. You know what I mean on here. Um, I have now the red is typical Kaleido. I the red is not the red you would expect. So that I give it that. But it's to me it's still the best red. You can't really see that here, but to me it's still the best red. No, you can't really see it, but it's still the best red in Kaleido.
It
And
doesn't look like you got a
I don't
light
know.
on.
I just think that they're doing something special.
Do you have the light on? It doesn't look like you have the light on.
No, well, no. Well, the light is on, but it's on 15%. Let me
Oh,
turn it up
okay.
here. So the light is on now. So this is what it looks like when the light is up. It was on like 14 or 15% before.
It
You
didn't
gotta
look as
crank it.
dark.
You don't really see the benefits of the light until you get to like 7.
Mm.
Yeah, and when you hit 7, actually, matter of fact, 8, you don't really see the benefits of the light until you hit like 8, and then you see the light. Even in more or less optimal conditions, it's kind of that way.
Well, I'm glad that you don't seem like you want to call it trash and toss it like you wanted to toss the 5C.
No, no, because the thing I'm thinking with this thing, and this is how I wrapped up in my video pretty much, is that um it's a well designed device, and for people who want a more traditional e-ink experience and don't want right now we say Remarkable has flashing, and that's what kind of sets Remarkable apart from Kaleido, right? In Gallery, right? The flashing in Gallery, you don't get the flashing in Kaleido because you don't have to deal with the refresh of Kaleido because it's so slow. But you get the color reproduction. This is a Kaleido screen that has all the drawbacks of Gallery. It's so weird. The refresh, horrible. Ghosting, horrible. And there's nothing you can do about it because you can't auto refresh. You're at the mercy of the system to do what it's going to do to help you with the visuals. Um, but the thing is, but it has the upside of Gallery. The best visuals in Kaleido. The best visuals I've ever seen. Visuals that would fool some people into thinking that this was not e-ink. That's how good some of these visuals are on here. And that's not an exaggeration either. That's man. I wish I had something to show you. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring up I'm gonna bring up um the web stuff I had. Take a picture and I'm gonna post it on Discord.
Okay.
To show people what an image of what it looks like. I'm super interested to see what Dave thought about this too. I'm gonna have to have a conversation with Dave. Dave says the scribe does flash like just like Kaleido 3 when using colors in a very specific instance. I totally agree, Dave. I totally
Yeah.
agree. Um, and I was wondering if Dave thought the same thing. And Dave, this is making me think that this either A is what Aaron said it is, which is a new Kaleido 3 or whatever, or updated Kaleido 3. I think this is not Kaleido 3 at all. I think this is something different just because it behaves so different from Kaleido 3.
Well, when you read the specs, because I was trying to find this out with the Paperwhite Colorsoft. They don't
Mm-hmm.
tell you they don't tell you any of the screens. It just says Amazon custom screen palette or something. You can't find out what any of these screens are.
Yeah, I think that they're serving the mainstream market, so they don't think that you care about such things. You know what I mean? But we hardcore eating people here. We care about such stuff. I think that's what this is a case of them just not thinking that the mainstream person cares or would even know. But at the same time, it does leave it up to question, what is it? You know what I mean? Because it does behave so much different. The way this flickers and flashes reminds me of Gallery. It just that's the first thing I thought when I saw the first flicker. I'm like, okay, normal Kaleido would not do that at this point right now. Like, what is this thing doing? And then I realized how sharp the images were, and I'm like, okay, I've never seen Kaleido reproduce images like this either. And I don't care what like setting I had it on. So it's it's very it's very interesting. I'm so interested to see what other people have to say about this screen.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check Dave's video when we get off here. And I saw he said the only tool they added was a shader tool.
Yeah, and I didn't, and again, I didn't even like the tools that they have. I'm not a fan of the tools. Like I said, but the good thing about that is that, like you just said, they're just going to update that and make it smoother, because they're not utilizing anti-aliasing or anything like that. I can tell they're not doing that. So once they get to a point to where they're employing those techniques, and I fully expect them to do that, these fonts will get smoothed out. These tools will get smoothed out, and they'll look as good as everybody else's, if not better. You know.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But Rod, I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. I know you've been making videos, being busy. I know you got to go hit the
Yeah.
Philadelphia streets. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Well, listen, I appreciate you having me on, Aaron. I appreciate it. And big up to you and your wife doing y'all content over there, bro. Um, I watch you guys streams, and I didn't mean to cut you guys stream tonight, but I'm glad that we had this opportunity.
No, you're always welcome on, and thank you for coming on. I told you, man. Once Rod shows up, you made it. Costco hoodie and Rod, man. I made it tonight.
No doubt. Well, thanks, Aaron, man, and I'm sure I'll see you see you and talk to you in the Discord, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, have a good one, man.
All right, you too. Sweetie,
Huh?
are you still there?
Oh, I'm included again? Okay.
You're always included, sweetie.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna pause for a minute to reset the screens here. So give us one moment.
It only flashes when you blend the shader tool. It is very cool for blending colors.
I like blending colors.
Excuse me.
There's no yawning on live streams, woman.
I mean, you know, yeah.
I definitely need to get my multiple screens back.
You seem like you're struggling.
I'm having a rough time on this one tonight.
I
So
you have been having a go at it today. I must admit. But you're handling it great, sir.
like professional.
Yeah. Excuse me. I've just been sitting here reading. That's all.
Sweetie, you're back.
Am I?
I thought you were.
I see nothing. I see absolutely nothing.
Sweetie, talk to our guest for 1 second, please.
Hello, guest. For 1 second, I'm supposed to talk to you. I think the second has passed, though.
Why don't you tell everyone what you're reading?
Oh, they're not interested in that. But no, I'm reading the book 3 of the Orisha Legend of the Orishas. I think that's how it goes. It's the Children of Blood and Bone series, which will be a movie next 27, not next year, 27. I'm very excited about it. Book 3 is coming along swimmingly. I'm invested. I am loving it. They tricked me. Very upset about that. But yeah.
I don't know what swimmingly means. I've never heard that in my life.
Everyone says that. It's coming along swimmingly. It's great. It's coming along. It's moving. It's good. It's going.
Everyone says that.
Yes. Everyone says this.
I've never heard that in my life.
People in the chat, have you guys heard this before? I know you have.
It's coming along.
Sir,
I've never heard it in my life. I'm just saying.
has anyone in the chat heard this before?
No, no one's ever heard that before. You know, I can't get the cameras to working right. So we're just going to hop off and we're going to hop back on in about a day or two, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you guys for checking us out. I'm glad Rod came on. Hold on, hold on. Don't go anywhere yet. Let me do this the right way. I definitely got to hook both my monitors up because this is depressing at this point. Don't laugh at me, Double D. No, you can laugh. You definitely can laugh.
Oh, look, there you are.
So look, everyone. Thank you guys for checking out the Friday night. Everything that could go wrong with my live went wrong, except for having Rod on. That went right. So thank you guys for checking us out tonight. Make sure you go check out Dave over at Tablet Tech. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to go check out his Kindle Scribe Colorsoft video and see what he's saying about that. And then we're gonna check Rod over at Rants About Tech, his video out on Monday. And we didn't order ours yet because they were only. We don't want the like graphite color. We want the fig color. Don't you want fig, sweetie?
I do want fig because I'm a festive person.
Yeah, we're festive. Sweetie wants fig, and I don't want to buy it and then have to send it back and then buy it again because I want the fig. And I don't care about making content with mine because we're Team Scribe over here. I just want to use it. And Rod has made me excited because I thought Rod was gonna rant about it, but it seems like he likes it.
Nice.
So now I'm excited that he likes it with the limited or what we call limited tools. I keep telling y'all, we call things limited because they don't have books and supernote tools. And I don't think that's the case. I just think some of us need these tools and then some of us think we need these tools. I need both. I need the tools for books for work, but for my just regular writing and thinking, I don't need all those tools. I'm super fine with the Scribe or the Remarkable. You guys know I like the Remarkable now. Yeah, so. But thank you guys for checking us out. Thank you guys for coming out on your Friday. Be safe and enjoy the rest of your Fridays.
Have a fantastic weekend.
And we will see you guys next week. Bye. I'm still staring at the screen weirdly. I'm still staring at the screen. Oh, it's me again. I thought they got rid of me.